Hey there and welcome to Gleaning the Scriptures. Shalom and blessings to you. Check out www.gleaningthescriptures.com. There are free gifts there just for you because I love you. There are Bible studies and a biblical calendar. There's an entire outline of Torah with all the different mishpatim laid out, 50 pages of it. It's beautiful. All of this stuff available to you free of charge. Freely we have received and freely we give. In today's presentation, we're going to be tying in what a wolf in sheep's clothing is with the parable of the two sons and showing how it is accurate and applicable in today's world, not necessarily in that order. Stick around and let's learn together. Hallelujah. But what do you think? A man had two sons, and he came to the first and said, "Son, go, work today in my vineyard." He answered and said, "I will not." But afterward, he regretted it and went. Then he came to the second and said likewise. But he answered and said, "I go, sir." But he did not go. Which of the two did the will of his dad? Like I said in the beginning of the presentation, there's three main points that all tie together really beautifully here. Okay, so who today, this is the first point, this question, who today is that first son? Well, there's nothing new under the sun, as Solomon says, and it's no different today than it was back then. They all fall under the category of religious leaders. The Pharisees and the Sadducees were the religious leaders of the day. Today we've got priests and bishops and ministers and evangelists and people who call themselves prophets and many other things, teachers and the like. Those people aren't evil, right? Well, they have to have the qualifications of the first son in order to be a first son. They have to have at first said, "I will go. I will go and work in the field," but then later fall away. This wouldn't be so hard if when somebody fell away, you can't see it. But the problem is that from the outside, you can't see it. And an even bigger problem is that oftentimes, inside, the person isn't even conscious of the fact that they've fallen away. It tends to be under several layers of consciousness. This leads us to our second point, and that's how somebody becomes one of these first sons. You see, at first they look at all the different things they could do in the world and they decide that they want to, and it's genuine, dedicate themselves to the Father. And they do. They go full-time into ministry or some kind of training program that prepares them for ministry. The second they do that, the angels in heaven triumph. The angels that are underneath our feet, they immediately begin their work. You see, this person, they have charity, almsgiving, teaching. Holiness is always on their lips. They never say a bad thing about God. They've got fellowship. They've got attendance to church, and like I said, holy speech and jewelry. None of these things go away, but inside, selfishness and the need to care for self slowly starts to trump serving God and others more and more in the decisions that they make in their life. On the outside, they seem like they are wonderful, but inside, they are selfish. And this leads us to the third point, a wolf in sheep's clothing. My friend, when you read that, a wolf in sheep's clothing, Don't you think to yourself somebody who on the outside is purposefully trying to deceive you? Yes, those people exist. That's not what this video is for. Have you really stopped and considered if you're serving God for yourself or if you're serving God for Him? If you're serving the poor for yourself or if you're serving the poor for the poor? It's a very hard question to ask, but you don't want to be caught as a wolf in sheep's clothing. Beware of wolves in sheep's clothing. Do men gather grapes from thistles or figs from thorn bushes? Even so, you will know them by their fruits. A good tree can't produce bad fruit. A bad tree can't produce good fruit. A good tree will produce good fruit. A bad tree will produce bad fruit. Every tree that does not produce good fruit will be cut down and cast into the fire. Therefore, my friend, build your house on the rock. The rock is to be selflessly serving Yeshua, no matter how hard it is. I hope you've enjoyed this message. Don't leave free stuff on the table. Go to www.gleaningthescriptures.com. There are free Bible studies, a free Torah outline. There are weekly articles that are put out that loosely coincide, sometimes directly coincide with these videos. All that stuff is available completely free of charge as a love gift to you for watching these videos. Shalom, my friend. Shalom, my friend, and thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, maybe click one of the videos that are popping up on the screen. And if you think that one of your friends would benefit from this video the same as you have, consider copying the link and sending it to them as a text message. I'm sure they will be blessed by it, just as you have. Shalom, me homies.